Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. There was a manhunt last night on the search for the parents of Ethan Crumbley, the Oxford High suspect, and Jennifer and James Crumbley were found and arrested. We have all the details and the video for you. Let's get first to this report from Faraz, actually out in Detroit.
We're at the corner of Bellevue and Lafayette, and right behind me is a commercial building where James and Jennifer Crumbley were spotted at 10 last night after a Good Samaritan called it in.
The north parking lot, you have the vehicle, it's a black Kia.
Without a second to lose, the Detroit Police Department quickly jumped into action and set up a perimeter as the caller also reported seeing Jennifer Crumbley sitting outside the vehicle.
I want you to put in 2 perimeters, tight one around that building vehicle, then expand it further out. We got other resources coming your way.
From air support to U.S. Marshals, including the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, all were on the scene to comb the area for the fugitives. And at 3 this morning, Detroit Police Chief James White broke the news.
You know, they were in a commercial building, in a room. We were able to take them into custody without incident, however, they were very distressed as they were walking out.
James and Jennifer Crumbley were unarmed at the time of the arrest. Meanwhile, their attorney, Shannon Smith, assured 7 Action News last night that the couple is not on the run.
And quite frankly, they've been out of town. They are making their way back here. They will be arraigned. They will be turned in. We would have done it today had we gotten more information in advance.
This is indicative of turning yourself in, hiding in a warehouse. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that lawyer is telling the truth. And we've learned lawyers don't tell the truth. They're there to defend their client.
Now, James and Jennifer Crumbley have been booked by the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, and of course I'll have details about that later this morning. And also in the next 30 minutes, I'll have information about DPD now searching for an individual who helped the Crumbleys hide in this building right behind me.
The person who helped them get into that building and hide them, man, they're going to be in trouble now because they've now aided and abetted these criminals that were on the run. So lots of information coming in. We also have the footage of the arrest. I want to play that from CNN here as I get through more of the information. But here's the breaking news alert that happened last night on CNN, where we actually show the clip of them being apprehended.
James Crumbley, the parents of the Michigan high school shooting suspect, are in police custody right now. This was after the pair evaded authorities for hours after they were charged with involuntary manslaughter yesterday. Police say they were found early this morning inside a building in Detroit, not far from where their vehicle was found. Listen to this.
We got a tip that they were here, or that possibly the fugitives were at this location. The vehicle was spotted. Our officers responded in a matter of minutes. When they got here, they set up a perimeter, did surveillance. We notified and activated our Metro Division, our special response team. They came out and they were able to take the fugitives into custody.
Now, attorneys representing the couple say they fled the area because they, quote, feared for their safety. This is following Tuesday's shooting where four...
Yeah, that's come on, guys. That's not what happened here. But then they want to... I like this moment clip I want to play here where the prosecutor explains why they've pressed charges on the parents, because this is the most important part I want us to all be focusing on.
I couldn't even imagine not holding those 2 people responsible. They bought a weapon for their son and had every reason to believe, at least the day before and certainly the morning of, that he was very likely going to commit a violent act. And they did nothing. They did nothing. They allowed him to go back to class and walked out of that building and never once thought or cared enough to say to a school official or anyone else, our son has a gun.
I couldn't have said it any better, and I'm so grateful that that's what's happening because, look, there's a lot of debate on this topic. I don't know why there's so much debate on this topic, but I hope we can all agree on that. These parents absolutely must be held accountable, and they must be set as an example because they are not good parents. In fact, I will go as far to say they are horrible parents. And look, the kid deserves to take accountability as well, and the fact that all 3 of them will be in the same jail cell is also quite fascinating here. As Brian and many others have now pointed out, Jennifer and James are now in the same jail as their accused son, and well-deserved. But look, I know we're all mad at this kid, and we should be. Not telling anybody not to be. But man, these parents failed him. These parents failed the school, failed all the victims, failed the families, failed their own son. These two parents are despicable. They did not follow proper safety of the weapon they owned. They allowed their son to have that, which he wasn't supposed to do. The mistakes they made are unfixable. And now 4 lives are lost. 4 young lives are lost because they thought they were above it all and knew better. And I know there are going to be other parents out there who are like this, who just don't even think they're going to be able to, oh, my son would never. It's never going to happen. No, set the precedent now. Pay attention, guys. This isn't about taking things away from you and your rights. It's about being better parents, and it's about having proper gun safety. That's what this is. Oh, to me, it's always what it needs to be about. How do we make this safer? And everybody fighting, oh, they're going to take it away. They're going to take our arms away. We're going to take our arms away. I'm so over that fight. Stop letting groups, funded groups, political groups, stop letting that be the distraction. No one's trying to take them away. And I'll say this: during my period before I got back on YouTube, I did some marketing work, and I did work for a arms company at one point. We didn't actually do any work, but they came in to pitch us if we could help them do some work, because it's hard for those groups to advertise. And every time there was any sort of fear is when they would always jump in their marketing efforts, because they knew every time they knew that we were going to try and take them away, the companies themselves who manufacture them jump into high gear to jump on that and make sure people get more. It's always what they do. And so the reality is, like, at a certain point, they stopped making money because the people who wanted them had them. And then they were like, well, how do we get more people to get them? it's an endless cycle. And so the reality is, look, nobody's taking them away. Nobody's taking them away. I firmly believe that. We have to be better at how we monitor them. And more importantly, we have to hold accountable the bad owners. Because these two were not only bad parents, but they were bad owners. To not have it locked up safely, to give it to their 15 years old. And on top of that, to know the morning of that picture, which I don't even want to get into the details again. Hopefully you guys have been up to date. The picture that the school showed them at multiple instances where the school was like, we are concerned. And the parents didn't tell the school district, oh, well, he also has a weapon. It infuriates me. Infuriates me as a parent. And these two parents, I'm mad at this kid. I am mad at this kid, but I'm also saddened by this kid, because this kid was failed. He was failed by his own parents, and clearly that's where this came from. These two idiots. You are idiots, ma'am. LOL, I'm not mad at you. Let's just not get caught next time. Oh, you disgust me. You wretched woman. Infuriates me that this could have been prevented. And the school could have done better too. The school shouldn't have let him back in. Should be a certain point, my God, a certain point. I don't care what the parents are saying. Call the authorities. Do a wellness check. Do something. We have to be better at this in society. This is happening too often. And to the lawyer, my God, how low will you go? You clearly know your clients are fleeing, but you're out there doing it. Just let them hang themselves at this point. Why do you feel the obligation to go out and press and lie to attempt to cover for them? Why? Shannon Smith, I don't get it. You have the two worst clients ever who are going to go to prison forever. You're going to lose this case. Sorry. Why on earth are you out there lying to the press saying, oh, they're coming. They're out there. Don't worry. Yeah, and as the police chief said, this isn't indicative of them turning themselves in, hiding in a warehouse. And whoever let them hide in said warehouse, man, you're in trouble. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe this person got roped in and didn't know what they were actually signed up for and didn't even know who they were. Who knows what the reasonings were there. But my God, man, aiding and abetting these two, throw away the key. And again, they weren't running. They withdrew $4,000 from their ATM on Friday. And everybody was like, there were a couple people who would jump in the comment, Andy, they're not running. The lawyers said, guys, lawyers are allowed to lie. They are not under oath. They can say whatever they need to say to defend their clients. You don't trust lawyers. And I said it, I was like, even as I put my report out that they were on the run, they were on the run. Clearly, there was a manhunt all night, and they put out a $10,000 tip to reward to get them. And bravo to the Good Samaritan who found them. They deserve that reward. I don't know if it's 10,000 twice or just 10,000 once. Either way, bravo to that business owner. I hope that they get paid, well deserved. That they kept their eye on it. That's not a safe thing to always do, to locate and put it out there. And thank God you did. They were hiding in some warehouse in the back, a little bit ways away from the car. Clearly idiots. They also were being pinged. As I was going through this, they were pinging them by their cell phones, because they're just morons. They didn't know what to do. And then they law enforcement tracking the couples by a cell phone, but then they dropped because the cell phones were turned off. Because I'm sure, I can't even imagine being a fly on that wall. They're tracking our phones. They're tracking our phone. What are we going to do? They were just running with the tail between their legs, trying to figure out how they're going to get away with this. And maybe they saw the laundries. What happened? The search. Hey, we can get enough time. Yeah, good luck, you two. You two are complete morons. Throw the book at them. Get them out of here. I don't want to see them. I mean, sure, give them their day in court. They deserve it. But we already know enough. There's already enough out there that they've revealed to us from text messages, etc. They knew their son had a weapon, and they chose to say nothing. I'm done with them. I'm done with these two. Get out of my face. Good riddance. You guys are deplorable parts of society, and you robbed your own son. You were not there for him. You were not paying attention. You were terrible parents.